Hello! Hello! It is Thursday! It's Thursday. My hair is being really stupid right now. There we go. It's Thursday. Hello, it's Mario Party. Hello, Blue. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Lurking and running. No audio for now. No worries. Do what you gotta do. And I was a smidgen late when reading the latest Crown of the Alchemist chapter on Webtoon. I was a little late. I only read it this morning. I was a little busy and really tired by the time I had time. It's fine. I read it. It's fine. Still need to get back to the book though. We're gonna be Luigi today with this crew. Sure. All the same. What? Nope. All the same on hard. There we go. Fitty. Because I can. Bonuses on. It's not Mario Party without bonuses. Nico from One Shot, trust me. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome in. Alright. Man, my hair is being really dumb today. Because I have bangs and my hair never like parts the same. So there's like pieces of like long hair that get stuck in my bangs, and it's really irritating when I have like one or two strands of hair that are just like randomly long in my bangs, and it's really annoying. First world problems, I know, but how am I doing? I am doing pretty good so far. I'm slightly irritated for completely different reasons. Not this reasons, but life things. Not like super duper life things, but like very minuscule things that would irritate me and only me. I'm going first with the 6. All right, I'll take it. I don't like Mysteryland, so because I think Mysteryland is boring, but it's like I really didn't want to do Westernland because the duel pisses me off, and I think Horrorland is mid. I know, that's right, I said it. I said Horrorland is mid. I don't remember where I put it on my tier list. I know a couple years ago I did a big ol' what I called my gauntlet run. And in my gauntlet run, I did every single board of Mario Party, Mario Parties 1 through 8, 50 turns, and at the end of it, I did a tier list of all the boards I played. And I think one of the biggest controversial opinions I had was that Horrorland was pretty low on the list. Do you remember how I got here the first time? I think it was a raid. Maybe? I don't know, but I'm glad you're here. Hello. You know, sometimes I don't care how people get here as long as they are here. You know, that's all that matters. Alright, so, yeah, like the one, like, minuscule thing that has irritated me today. So, I have... I'm gonna think about my Mario games, what the hell's happening? Yes, just sit back and enjoy the chaos. Because Mario Party is so hard to explain, especially when I play it by myself. 2, 3. So, Mario Party TLDR. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Mario Party TLDR is, we roll dice to roll that many spaces. Blue space gets you 3 coins, red space gets you -3. Happening spaces, something happens. That's what happens, and at the end of everyone's turn, there's a mini game that's played, and if you win a mini game, you get 10 coins, and then their goal is to get stars, and it's 20 coins per star, and whoever has the most stars at the end of all the turns wins. So there you go. It's a lot of chaos, but it's a lot of fun. I grew up playing Mario Party like literally all the time. I'd always play by myself, 50 turns, not like 50 turns all the time, but I would play by myself all the time. So I know what I'm doing. It's a lot of words. It is a lot of words, but that's okay. A lot of the time, my Mario Party streams are just an equivalent to like someone like just chatting. Potentially, because I shut my brain off and just go. So, yeah, the thing that, like, this minuscule thing that really doesn't matter in life that irritates me sometimes, and it's irritated me today. I have a 2019 RAM, and it has Bluetooth connectivity, and usually it connects to my phone pretty okay. And I can get audio from my phone playing on, you know, the car speaker, right? Just like any other like Bluetooth device. Never really had too big of an issue with it. Sometimes it'll be a pain in the butt to connect, but eventually it'll connect. Today, not so much. And sometimes it'll do a weird thing where ooh, that was close. Where I will go out and start the pickup and not remote start it, but like actually go out and start it and let it warm up because it was a little cooler this morning. And pickup had dinged early in the morning, low fuel, when I took my husband to work. So I was like, okay, so when it's low fuel, remote start won't work. So I knew that going into it, so I'm like, I'm gonna go out and start the pickup to take Allie to school. So I go out there, start the pickup, leave it running for a little bit, come back in, and I'm watching a video on, I want to say on YouTube on my phone, just kind of scrumming through it. I was looking up stuff about Pokemon Snap. And I was getting no audio, even though I know my volume is up. So I'm like, huh, it must have connected to the pickup speaker, because sometimes it does that. Sometimes the pickup is really weird with its Bluetooth range, and it's like, hey, I detect this device, even though it's really far away. And so, usually the fix is I shut off my Bluetooth, and I shut off my Bluetooth, and then I turn it back on when I'm ready for it. And it'll connect perfectly fine. This morning was an exception, apparently, because when I got back into the pickup, it wasn't connecting. Bluetooth was not connecting, which is really stupid. And I couldn't get any music audio. Notice how I said music audio. Because the phone part connected perfectly fine. It detected the phone and connected the phone, but it wouldn't detect the audio source. And it's like, what the fuck is happening? And so it's like, okay, fine, I'll just deal with it taking Allie to school, then it might fix itself when I take Riley to school. Also wrong. Same issue. The phone will connect, but not the actual audio source. And I was like trying to figure out if it was like a my phone problem, a pickup problem, a Spotify problem. It was just blah. I'm not even sure what was happening. It might fix itself later, but who knows? I don't. I was hoping he'd get out from that. Silver. And hello, Deltora. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. And 35, let's go, blue. Let's go, blue. Okay. Ooh, that was terrifying. Honestly. Alright. Tried and true tactic. Boom. Well, it only worked for Wario. Green! It's my color, bitch! Get out of the way! The Bluetooth, yes. Man, my hair is really being dumb. What if I did it this way? Yeah, I have like one long hair that's like stuck in my bangs, and it's super irritating. There. I have a key. Not gonna get me much of anything right now. Especially if I roll a 1. So, yeah, my pickup is having some sort of conniption about my phone. Like, for real, it's super irritating. It's super irritating. Because, like, I want my music, dang it. I want my music. And the pickup won't let me have, like, the music plays perfectly fine from my phone speaker, and that's what I did to listen to music, because Riley also likes to listen to music on the way to school. Both kids actually like to listen to music on the way to school. But it was just kind of a problem because I had no connectivity, which was really stupid. Because, yeah, like, my Bluetooth is on right now on my phone. It is 100% on, so it's like, I don't know why it's being dumb when it's not connecting to the pickup. But, yeah, it connects perfectly fine when my phone is in my house! Far away from the pickup, but it has problems when it's like 2 inches from the stupid pickup. Alright, that worked. Nope, okay. I'm very particular about my music. I love my music. I love my music, and I don't think I can really go without music for a while. So, oh, dang it. I don't know how to debate him. I don't know how to do that. Nice! I did it. Yay! So, yeah, that's the one thing that's, like, been irritating me today is the stupid speaker in the damn car. It's a stupid speaker in the dang car. It's been irritating me all day. It's like, it will probably fix itself, and my husband said he'll look at it when he gets home. But it's like, man, it's just, you know, again, just generally irritating. I'll take my money back. Maybe. Peach, beware! Six? Bullshit. Bullshit. Anywho, how is everyone else doing today? Like, other than the car speaker for me, everything's fine. Watch, he's gonna steal all my money because the computers are stupid in Mario Party 2. And no matter how fast I tap, it doesn't matter because they just steal everything from me anyway. Excuse me. Goodness. Like, nothing really interesting has happened, really. Because, like, I don't know, nothing interesting happens in my life. The We Want Kairi movement is still going strong. Because, like, my Twitter is, like, 90% We Want Kairi. Because, again, I like every single tweet. I like every single tweet that pops up to show support. Because I love Kairi. I loved her so much. Yeah, I don't remember if I mentioned it yesterday or not, in my little rant about Kairi. It was reported by Wrestling Observer News, so good old Dave Meltzer. Can't trust him worth a shit. That, Kairi apparently quote unquote, from, like, the article or something, wanted to go home. express wanting to go home back to Japan. And so many people called bullshit on that because, like, that doesn't make any sense to just fire her like that in the middle of a story. And Kairi herself came to Twitter and debunked it, essentially saying, like, I've always wanted to be here. I didn't voluntarily leave. Like, this is where I belong, you know, type things, you know. And it's like, yeah, Dave. Either Dave Meltzer reported it just to be a shithead, or WWE fed him this report, so he puts it out there to try and slow down the We Want Kairi movement. Because I know I did mention this yesterday, that WWE production muted the We Want Kairi chants. They muted those chants on broadcast, and are also copyright striking clips being shared on Twitter of that moment. They're really trying to slow it down and hoping it blows over. But this is a time where fans need to be defiant as fuck. And we need to band together and make our voices louder, because when they try to silence us, that means we gotta be louder. So, here's hoping. Here is hoping, because it's like, oh, now they're doing Io vs. Asuka at Backlash, when it should have happened at WrestleMania, and Kairi was the focal point of the story. So it makes literally no sense to fire your focal point and then have the match later and try to write her out of existence. It's not gonna work. Ever since WWE was sold to TKO, the quality of the product has gone down by a lot. It's been down by a lot. And it's so sad to see. Blue was interesting last night with the pointy bills. You want to know what time I saw that entire conversation? So I mentioned early this morning I took my husband to work. He had to leave for work at like 4 a.m. He left for work at 4 a.m. And we have one vehicle. So I can't fire fast enough. That's stupid. Take him to his truck because of the city ordinance. That's really dumb. He can't park his truck on the street anymore, even bobtail. So the stupid city ordinance has really put a damper on our lifestyle. No, don't open that. Hello. Yes, please. So I have to go take him to work at 4 a.m. And so I bring the vehicle back so I can have it to take the kids to school, do whatever I need to, right? It was 4 a.m. And I get back. I lay in bed. And I check things really quick. And I checked Discord. And I saw that entire conversation about the pointy buildings and a gnome cult or something at 4 a.m. when I'm already stupid tired. And that was the first thing I did when I laid in bed at 4 a.m. I checked Discord and I read that whole thing. I'm like, I'm not awake enough for this. I am not awake enough for this. So I just close out of my phone, double check to make sure my 6 a.m. alarms are on. And I go to sleep. So, yeah, I saw that entire conversation at 4 a.m. Yeah, my sleep schedule has been borked all week. I'm so tired. Yeah, I don't even remember the whole conversation. I just remember pointy buildings, something about gnomes. Was a cult said? I don't remember. But everything was being said all at once. A gnome cult. Not surprised at a gnome cult. That checks out for her. Oh, I did it too early. I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at this. Whee. I got 2 of them. I got 2. Huh, well, I didn't really have much money anyway, so it's fine. No skin off my bones. But yeah, my sleep schedule has been wrecked all week. It has been so wrecked. Yeah, and the stupid city ordinance that happened like a month ago. Yeah, they're like, oh, you can't park a semi on the side of the street, even without a trailer. And it's like, it used to be perfectly fine. No one had any issues with it, but apparently I think someone had some kind of issue with it. And so there was a city ordinance. And so you can't park on the street, which was really nice, especially because we have one vehicle. We used to, like, and also we're not used to, like, the one vehicle lifestyle, I say, as we've been over a year with one vehicle. But it's worked because at times he can drop his trailer at the truck stop and come home, just bobtail it. So, but he can't do that anymore, which is really dumb. So, yeah. There are lots of times where I would like a second vehicle. Because having one vehicle is kind of straining me in a way. Because, and a lot of it's just like, I miss having my own car. Because, like, the Ram is his pickup. And it's like, yeah, I drive it more. But, like, it's never felt like mine. So, but that's a whole different thing. I am extremely hungover. Lu's saying she's grateful for her presence and what's going on here when people responded. Not my proudest moment of, like, the gnome cult. I don't have any money. Going places. Ow! I hit my elbow on the couch! Ow, that hurt. I was just trying to stretch my back and I smacked my elbow on the couch. Because, our couch, has, like, a little thingy in the middle. It's got, like, a little cubby and some cup holders that aren't used for cups. They're used for other things. Other little trinkets and stuff that goes in here. So, like, the middle part of the couch is very solid, and I freaking smacked my elbow on that. Ow. Ah, my controller. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind, guys. I woke up at 5 a.m. and started scarfing potato chips. I mean, again, I read that entire conversation at 4 a.m. And I'm like, I am too tired for this. I was going to post a message saying, what a conversation to read at 4 a.m. But I decided against it. I was too tired. I was way too tired. So, I didn't really get, like, up and around until, like, almost 7. But I had time. I had time in the morning, so everything's fine. I have a routine and I try to stick to it as much as possible. Oh, man. Oh, I didn't do a thing. Message speed fast. Save settings every turn. There we go. I forget I always had to do that for Mario Party 1 and 2. Now that I, like, sit here and just, like, zoning out, man, I'm tired. Man, I'm tired. My brain is starting to shut down. We're having a malfunction. It's fine. Mario, Peach, Luigi. Mario, Peach. Ugh. Okay, Luigi, Wario, Mario, Peach. Luigi, Mario. Mario. I think we're okay with the 2. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're getting rid of somebody tonight. We're getting rid of somebody tonight. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? 누가 장이지? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? 제몰리 가는 길. Luigi, Wario, Peach. Luigi, Wario. And I'm probably gonna get fucked from this. It's fine though. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna break out? Leave the rest to bleed. Goodbye, Peach. Alright, Luigi, Wario, Luigi, Wario, Luigi. Ooh. Luigi, Wario, Luigi, Wario. Okay. Oh shit. I should have hit 1. I should have hit 1. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Ah! 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 Wario! I never thought I'd say this in my life, but thank you. You saved me. He saved me. I did something stupid and he felt bad for me. Maybe he's a fan of BGA and liked what I sang for him. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna break out? Leave the rest to bleed. 제몰리 가는 길. So you can tell I'm really tired because my give a shitter has broken. Up there, we're talking to Blue about Tales of Arise while she's drunk long ago. Deep within the crevices of Redacted. A drunken Blue talks about Tales of Arise. Oh, when was the last time I drank? Couple months ago? Month ago? Month or so ago was probably the last time I drank. And it was like a wine? Moscato? Something? It's like it's a cupcake brand. I really like that brand because it tastes really good. Brain, work please. The particular one I got, I think it is like the Moscato or whatever the frick it's called. It's like a white wine thingy. I'm not well versed in alcohol, so forgive me. I do remember Christmas 2017. We all got together for that particular Christmas because it was the first one without Mom. And my dad got all of the adult ladies a bottle of that cupcake brand Moscato white wine, whatever the frick. And it was really good, and I really liked it. And, you know, I drank it, and I remember taking a picture of it to remember what the heck it was. Because I could never remember anytime we went to a liquor store. So, I have a picture of it in my phone, immortalized in my phone, kind of. Wow. He's the one to break out, leaving the rest to bleed. And so, I remember the cupcake brand, and one evening, like years ago, at our liquor store that is a hop, skip, and a jump away from where we live. Yeah, there's like 3 liquor stores in town, I think. And one of them is within walking distance of where we live, so that's convenient. No need to drink and drive there, am I right? Anywho, we were there, and it's also like the best liquor store, honestly. The inside is real nice, and they've got a good selection of stuff. So, but one day over there, we found cupcake brand, but it was like a watermelon wine. So I'm like, ooh, can't go wrong with watermelon. So I grabbed it and it was really good. I know they had like a watermelon, a strawberry one, I think. I can't remember if I've had the strawberry one. I might have had the strawberry one. I know I've had the watermelon one. It was really good. So, yeah. And like, honestly, I don't like drinking just on the account of I am such a slow drinker. Like, by the time I'm even like barely halfway through my drink, it is like freaking warm. And who wants warm alcohol? Who wants warm alcohol anyway? So that's why I don't really like drinking all that much, because I'm just so slow to drink. Which is why, if I were to consume alcohol, because I am an adult over 21, if I were to consume it, I'd probably, and get like the full effect of like the alcohol and enjoy it, it would probably have to be in like a milkshake or something, like a mudslide, or mixing it in with, you know, a milkshake. That probably, because like, I like ice cream. Ice cream stays cold for a while. And if it stays cold for a while, the alcohol stays cold for a while. So, and it's like, if I use ice, and it's like, it just waters it down. And I don't like watery things. I don't like glorified water, even if it's in the context of alcohol. So, yeah, like a bottle of something? No, I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to finish it without it getting warm. But like, you know, putting something, mixing it with a milkshake? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, mudslides. My mom always got mudslides whenever we went to Applebee's. And I remember as a kid thinking, man, that looks really good, but it's like, I couldn't have it because it had alcohol in it. Does Applebee's still have mudslides? I don't know. I do remember one time we went to this place, me and my husband did, and they had like a spiked strawberry lemonade, and it was so good. It was really good. Because I like strawberry lemonade. Because they had I know Applebee's has a strawberry lemonade, and it really depends on who makes it. But I really like it when it's like super duper sweet, because I like sweet. I don't like tart, like the tart of the lemonade. I don't like that, but I like it when it's like super duper sweet. I know some other people are kind of the opposite. But I like sweet, okay? Okay. Let's mess them up. I think drop that down. And mustache. Ear needs to be down and in, I think. That looks okay. I think that looks fine. Yeah, that totally looked fine. Hundo points, baby! Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? It's in my head now. Oh my goodness. I remember BGA. That was like 2017, I think. It's like Ryan Higa and David Choi and a few others did like a K-pop parody. They did Dongsaya Day first, which is just a bunch of like nonsense Korean all together trying to be funny parody of K-pop. And Dongsaya Day literally translates to I need to shit. So, yeah, because the whole like story in the video was like, well, you know, how do you say like you're the shit, you know, like a good thing. Well, it's like shit is dong, and you know, it was a whole funny thing. And then they came back together like a handful, like some time later, and they really knocked it out of the park. They knocked it out of the park with Who's It Gonna Be, like, for real, making fun of, like, groups that have, like, someone break out and go solo. It's a good song. It's unironically a good song. So, yeah. But that was, like, 2017 era. Man, I loved it, though. It was great. I miss it sometimes. I miss it sometimes. And now I've seen... This is one thing that kind of puts it into perspective of, man, I'm getting old. I saw a TikTok today. I follow him. He's great. Great K-pop content creator. He mentions that he's seen a lot of people freaking out about a bunch of disbandments. Which, you know, it's normal, because a lot of the groups that are, like, disbanding right now debuted in 2019. 2019 was 7 years ago. Because in K-pop, we have what is called the 7-year curse. Because standard K-pop contracts are for 7 years. And NCT is the exception because SM has found the loophole and they keep adding years to the contract every time they go international, which is stupid, but it's whatever. Companies be companies. But yeah, the standard K-pop contract is 7 years long, and then usually by like the year 6 mark that groups are like in talks about renewing the contract. Do they not renew the contract? You know, or do they leave the company, find somewhere else? You know, that's kind of like the point where the negotiations start happening. Best viewers! Oh, but Blue has no sound. Dang it, I'm in the middle of a minigame. Dang it. This sucks. I have the best viewers, and I already have that. I already have the best viewers, and I don't need it. Because I don't know if anyone else in chat can see it, but it's marked as a likely ban evader. A likely ban evader. So, there we go. Okay. And bloop! There we go. We got it. I got it. It's like Blue doesn't have any audio because she's busy with, like, writing. Like, she's here, but she can't hear. And I can't really signal because she can't hear. I'm stuck over here. I don't even know where anything is right now. Where's the star at? It's over there. Okay, so I need to stay here then. Just mods and streamers see it till it's okayed sometimes. Yeah. Because I can tell by how it's marked. Because if it says first time chatter, then like everyone can see it. Not the first time chatter banner, but like the message in chat. But like if it's flagged likely ban evader restricted, then you know, it's got to be okayed first. Which is not okay. These best viewers bots. They're not fun. I remember the only time I've ever had a likely ban evader that wasn't a bot was someone that couldn't handle being banned. No! Oh, come on. I hate grab bag in Mario Party 2. Dude! Let me grab Wario. Oh, dang it. No, get out of here. No! No! Damn it! Ugh! And by the time I realize I'm grabbed, I can't press the button fast enough and they steal my shit anyway. Like, man, if I had the golden, I would have tied Mario. Dang it. Reading unbanned requests is funny sometimes. Yeah, so when that person came in that couldn't handle being banned, I specifically remember, I want to say it was during the Donkey Kong Country 2 playthrough, and I was doing the final boss. And I was struggling. I was struggling a lot, because Donkey Kong Country 2 is a difficult game. And it's by no means bad. It's just difficult. And I was having problems with the final boss, so I was like constantly making save states in that fight. But, you know, I was struggling and I was trying to get through it. And I was trying to do it without save stating at first, just to see how far I could go. And this person came in that had said some kind of somewhat disrespectful things previously. Came in and said, are you done yet? Or something like that. It was something to that effect. And I'm like, whoa, that is a wild thing to say. And I was really upset, and Blue did her modly duties and banned this person. And then, like, shortly after that, they came in with, like, an alt account and tried to keep gumming in chat and asking, why was I banned or something. It was crazy. It was a crazy time. Donkey Kong Country 2 was wild because I had multiple people be, like, super disrespectful toward me. It was nuts. It was nuts. Because I remember how this person came into the community too first time. There was one person, because Vegeta was trying to test if something worked. I think my sub-goal bar, I think he was trying to test if that worked. And he just gifted a sub to like a random person, and that person got gifted a sub. And they came in, noticed it, they came in, they followed, they were enjoying it, I guess. And, but some of the things they said didn't pass my vibe check. But they weren't doing anything harmful at the time. So I decided to, just kind of keep an eye on them. Because I have like a mental checklist of users I keep an eye on. So this person was being kind of weird. But like, if no one's like breaking any rules, if no one's doing anything wrong, then I won't say or do anything about it. But there are a handful of people that I keep my eye on. And I was keeping my eye on this person, and they didn't get really wild and crazy until like, I think they said a handful of stuff when I played through TTYD, the remake, the first time. It's me, I'm trouble. Yes, Del Toro is just trouble wherever he goes. But no, I played the TTYD remake kind of shortly after it came out, and I remember there was a handful of like backseaty type things that they were saying, and I was like, hey, don't do that. This is my favorite game of all time. Please don't do that. And I think they backed off a little bit. But then they came in like full force, full beans, with disrespect when I played through Donkey Kong Country 2. They were coming in hot with like more backseaty type things, and they were saying some stuff that it was not sitting well with me. And I got fired up. This one time. I probably would have, I think if my husband were in chat when they saw that, when this happened, he probably would have banned him when they said it the first time. So I remember, I think they were trying to be funny, and like the joke just absolutely did not land because it was just poor timing. And it's like, no, I was struggling on one of like the honey hive levels, the honeycomb levels. I was struggling in one of those levels, and they said, and I was getting frustrated, so I was like all over the place, like emotions running high, and because I was like frustrated trying to get through it. And I remember they said, calm down, honey. So this this random person, this stranger, essentially, called me honey. The only time a stranger is allowed to call me honey is if they're old or a server at a restaurant. That's it. That is the only time a stranger is allowed to call me honey. So, that should have been the end of it. But I saw that, and I did what I like to do, and I was defiant as fuck. And I was like so up in my emotions, I'm like, do that again. Like being super challenging, like, call me that again, I dare you. Call me that again, I dare you. I think that challenge went over their heads, and they did it again! They called me honey again! And I had the mouse right over the ban button. I had my mouse right over the ban button when they, and like, once I said, like, do it again. Call me honey again, I dare you. I was like, if they did it again, boom, banned immediately. All I saw was the word honey and they were banned. And it's like, yeah, don't do that. Don't call, for one, don't call anyone something that they don't like. And two, don't call a married woman honey. Unless you are a server at a restaurant or an old person. Specifically an old lady. Hello, Owl. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. That's so funny. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country 2 is a wild ride in terms of chatters. Because, like, being a variety streamer, I see various different things. Like, depending on the games I play, you know, some niche, some more popular. Had a lot of times I get like, do you play with viewers when I play Mario Party? And, you know, and it's like, if they're asking respectfully, it's like, no, I don't. You know, but I do have a community games sub goal. We're almost hit the goal, but I will specifically state if I play with viewers. Some people are very respectful about it, because I think someone came in the other day asking if I played with viewers, and I said no, and then they were chill about it, and that's, you know, that's cool. That's the gold standard right there. But I've also had people come in asking, do you play with viewers? And I said no, and they called bullshit on me, and they were immediately banned. I want to say I was playing Jamboree, Mario Party Jamboree, like last year. Because I think I was in the middle of a board, and I was just like, I was in the middle of like ranting about something, and I see their chat out of the corner of my eye. And I see the do you play with viewers? I'm like, I'll get to that. I made a mental note, it's like I'll get to that after. And I was in the middle of a mini game, and I was ranting about something. So it's like, once I'm done with those two things, I will get back to them. And I saw the do you play with viewers, and then like, how long does it take to repeat the same message? 30 seconds? I think it's 30 seconds before you can repeat a message, so you don't get too spammy in chat. They like waited the 30 seconds to say that again. Say, do you play with viewers? Like twice in a row. And then once I told them no, ow. Once I told them no, they immediately said bullshit. Oops, it's fine. And I'm like, I'm not dealing with this, so I just banned them. I want to say they had Keith somewhere in their username. I want to say they were a Keith. In the middle of a Koopa Goomba Boo in chat. Yeah, I see Koopa Goomba Boo, Goomba Koopa, and I see like, do you play with viewers in chat? And they're like trying to be like annoying about it. It's like, dude, can't you see I'm in the middle of Koopa Goomba Boo? Like, hello? No, I want to use the skeleton key, but every time I've had the opportunity, the star has been like right after it. Maybe I will get my chance. I don't know. Either Koopa Goomba Boo in like Mario Party 3, or the beat goes on when it's like Z, A, B, A, Z, Z, A, B. And it's like, dude, can't you see I'm in the middle of something here? I know some people write down the buttons to press for beat goes on. But I like to say it out loud. That helps me. It helps me a lot. But yeah, I know, thinking about that one chatter that got banned and tried to come back with an alt account, like, immediately. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country 2, that was, like, the final boss of Donkey Kong Country 2. They came in and did that. But, like, they came in with, like, some disrespectful stuff, not as a first-time chatter. So it's like, where have I seen you before? When did you first pop in? And I did some digging, because I went back, because I got nothing better to do. Sometimes I look back at, like, chat logs of people that have been banned, and to see what went wrong. And this person first came in during Galaxy 2. And they immediately came in and tried to backseat. But it happened, like, so long ago, because I started Donkey Kong Country after Galaxy 2, and then I kind of went through 1, 2, and 3 for Donkey Kong Country. Dang it! So it had been a while since I had played Galaxy 2 at this time, and I can't remember if they popped in before or during Donkey Kong Country 2 before the finale or not, but they came in like immediately with like wild disrespectful stuff. And it's like, no. And Blue did what a good mod would do and banned them. But then they came in with an alt account asking why they were banned. And I saw her message denying the unban request. And like, you know what? Yes, get you a Blue that will stand up for you. So, yeah. Blue did what good Blue do. Yes, good Blue do. The goo blue. The goo blue. The blue goo. Blue blue. Trying to think of like some other like wild shit some people have done. I've seen some. There was one time during Xenoblade 2. Someone came in hot. Not like came in hot, but they were just being random. They're just being really random. And it's like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, I can handle being random. But then when you come in and be disrespectful, that's when I have a problem. And, they had reached, the disrespectful point because they came in being random. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And so, it was the end of stream, so I was going over like schedule for the week, and I was hyping up a new game I was going to play, which happened to be Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I was excited to start it because like, hey, I'd seen it played, I've seen a bunch of people play it, looks really cool, it's really fun, I want to try and play it, and I hyped it up, kind of giving hints. It's like the hint to the game that I gave on stream, I want to say it was if you have like if you've been around for a bit, then or like it's a game in a series that I've played on the channel before, and which I had played Final Fantasy X beforehand, and it's like, yeah, like if you've been here before, you'll have an idea, you know, of like this game I played before. And they kind of went in like, if you've been around a long time sounds really like, or it's like sounds like really stupid or something. It's like, dude, what are you doing? And then I was really hyping this game up because, like, you know, Final Fantasy VII Remake, because, you know, people like Remake and people like Final Fantasy VII, so. And I was hyping it up. And I remember, this was the message that got them banned. They said, if you have to hype it up so much, it's probably not going to be good. And all I was doing was just being excited for it. So, yeah, they got banned. And they made a bunch of jokes that didn't land, so, yeah. There's a particular vibe check. There's a vibe check. And I also operate on the 3 strikes and you're out. I am a baseball person. I love baseball. Baseball is my favorite sport. And also, it's a rule in video games. The rule of 3s. 3 strikes and you're out. If you are mildly annoying 3 times to the point where you're upsetting me, then yeah, you're gone. Since Blue has made me a mod for her Xenoblade run through, and just to kind of check on people too, I still kind of operate under those rules, and I still want to make sure it's like, hey, is we good here? Because there's this one person for Xenoblade 1 that was like, this isn't like Pokemon. And it was just, it's like, dude, yeah, Xenoblade and Pokemon are 2 completely different games. Oh man, and they have 2 strikes, and I haven't seen them since whatever day it was. Because I remember sitting in the McDonald's drive-thru line one day, because the line was backed up. The line was not moving, so it's like I had time to like look at chat, and this dude was saying some mad disrespectful things about like the cast of Xenoblade and like comparing it to like other things. It's like, or like the voice acting in Final Fantasy's better. And then I remember be like, hey, that is like mad disrespectful to say. We're getting a little bit mean here. How about we not get mean? And then they immediately backed off and were like, complimenting the game, but I haven't really seen them in a while. Next time I see them, it might be on site. It might be on site. But even if I'm like not like active in chat, I still look at chat for her streams, you know. I'm still there. I'm like Batman. I still see what's going on. And whatever, it was Monday when she started Torna. I had my phone like volume all the way down, so like I can see what's going on, but I couldn't hear it. But then I left to go pick up Allie, I think, and one of the first things I hear when the audio came to in the pickup was Blue thirsting over Jin. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised in the slightest. Is goo blue like Gooigi? You know what? Yes. A blue goo in the shape of royal blue. I can picture it in my head now, honestly. I can picture it in my head. Just this little blue goop in the shape of blue. Oh man. And now I got ads. Okay, fine. It's whatever. Man, I'm losing my money. It's fine. It's fine though. Everything's fine. I do also, like, I remember wild chatters here and there. Some have been banned, some have not been banned, some have unfollowed, some are still in my following list. It's fine. I do remember my first experience with a chatter that made me somewhat uncomfortable. It was during the Ocarina of Time randomizer day, so it was very early on. Like in the beginnings of stream when I was, you know, hardly getting any chatters at the time. Because, I mean, we all start somewhere, right? We all gotta start small. So, controller. So, I was trying to figure out where to find my ocarina. And I was kind of stuck in a randomizer, and this person comes in, and the messages had a somewhat flirty undertone, which, you know, being a, you know, female on the internet, that's going to happen. And I'll never forget it though, because they did teach me the cuckoo skip in Ocarina, where you can use a cuckoo to skip through or get into Zora's domain without needing Zelda's Lullaby or the Ocarina. So you can just skip that whole thing. And they taught me how to do it, which is, you know, really cool thing I learned from them in chat. But the messages they were giving me were very flirty in undertone. And I remember the moment I said the moment I talked about my husband, they weren't really seen for a very long time. No. So, and the next time I see them pop up was like some odd months ago, where I was playing through Mario Party 1, and I had DK as one of the computer players. And I remember I titled my stream Back from the Ban, because DK is usually banned, but like Mario Party 1 he's not, because he's a certified dumbass in Mario Party 1. So I'm like, yeah, Back from the Ban. It's a Tessa Jane lore stream lore thing. Like, hey, yeah, this character's back from the ban, and they thought that I got banned on Twitch, which it is kind of a misleading title, I will say. But I mean, hey, if it gets people to come in here, sure. Clickbait, right? The art of clickbait. So I titled the stream Back from the Ban, really in allusion to DK. Let's view the map this time. I have what, 6, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get another item. Sure, open it. So, and they came in like maybe sometime after the break. They came in, I recognized their username, and they were kind of chatting. I'm like, yeah, I remember you from like Ocarina of Time randomizers. And they're like, yeah, good memory. It's like, yeah, you were one that kind of creeped me out a little bit. I did it. So, yeah, but to my knowledge, they still follow me. So, to my knowledge, they still follow me. But yeah, it's one of those where it's like someone can come in wildly flirty, and the moment I mention, hey, I have a husband, they're like, whoa, nope. But, you know, at least they back off at the mention of a husband. Like, I'd honestly rather have that than someone just continue with it anyway. I feel like that's much worse than someone just immediately leaving. Speaking of that, there was also another person that came in chat one time, and it's like, I'd been streaming for like barely a year at this point. I remember playing Mario Party 2. I think it was Pirate Land I was doing that day. But yeah, I was playing Mario Party 2. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. And hello, hello. Welcome in, Vasglorious. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Oh my god, I forgot my spiel. Man, I'm tired. But thank you for the hydrate. Oh, I'm flapping? Okay. Here we go. What? What? What is Del Toro? We're talking about, I don't know if you remember, but do you remember, like, when I played through Donkey Kong Country 2? And there was this guy that, got banned and then immediately came in with an alt account asking why they got banned. Like, we were talking about that earlier. And, I said, like, because I read your reply to that person's unban request. And I'm like, yeah, that's like, Blue doing, like, a good mod, good Blue type things. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just rambling at this point. And then it just kind of went into, like, Goo Blue. And it's like, is Goo Blue like Gooigi? I'm like, yes, I can picture it. We were complimenting Blue, don't tell her. I even said yesterday on stream, if you have something nice to say to someone, just say it. Just say it to that person, tell that person. But yeah, that's what we were talking about. There's a train outside. Yeah, I'm just talking about, like, random chatters I have had. Something, yeah, I don't remember why they got banned, but I'm pretty sure it was, like, respect the Tessa or die. That's pretty much it. Because they came in with, like, are you done with the boss yet, or something like that? And, it was mad disrespectful, and they got banned, and, they came in immediately with an alt account asking why they got banned. Complimenting me and calling me Goo Blue. Goo Blue. But there was this one time, I'd barely been streaming for a year, and this one chatter, it's one of those situations where if I knew then what I know now, they would have been banned a long time ago. But I let it continue for a long time, and it shouldn't have continued that long. So this person came in, and was saying some wild things, and they were making me very uncomfortable. I have screenshots of all this too, because I sent it to my husband. I sent it to Vegito, and I'm like, I don't like this. This is way too uncomfortable. And he's like, say less. So they had joined the Discord like that day, and he banned them from Discord. And the next day I was playing Super Paper Mario, or they came in at like the tail end of Super Paper Mario, and then they came in during Mario Party 2, and then they tried coming in again at Super Paper Mario, and I thought he'd already banned him, and I was like, hey, Vegito? And it's like, say less, I got you, and he banned them. So, like, the wild shit they were saying during that Mario Party 2 stream, because they were, like, there for, like, most of the time, and saying wild things that were making me uncomfortable. Again, I got screenshots of this, like, I remember them saying, like, finding tomboys attractive, and something about, like, really liking Daisy, and it's like, I like Daisy, you know, because I see, you know, the representation of, like, redheaded tomboy, because I am one, and they're like, yeah, tomboys are, like, super attractive, and it's like, this is not fun. I don't like this. I do not like this. And I was just, like, feeling, like, really uncomfortable at that time. So, and they were also making comments about, like, Luigi being bisexual, and I'm like, that's completely irrelevant. That is, like, so irrelevant. Like, I can, I think I gotta go buy a bank, don't I? No, I don't. No, I don't. Not here. I haven't looked at these screenshots in a while. Let me see if I can find them. Screenshots. I have a bunch of screenshots of things. No thank you. Hello, Toad. Yes, please. Do 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 do. Bum ba da 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 da. Gotta find these screenshots now. So we were there. Okay. What is this one? That's from 2020. Okay, we're nowhere near. Just gotta find 23. Found 23. Here we go, I found them. Yeah, so one of the things this person said, which was definitely a tip-off, and also here's the thing, they tagged me in every single chat they posted. So it was always at Tessa Jane, at Tessa Jane 18, and then their message. It's like, looking back on that, that's a big red flag. That is a big red flag. Like, I don't mind people like tagging me as like, hey, I want you to see this real quick. You know, if they don't do it all the time, you know, like I don't mind that at all. But like this was like wild. So one of the things they said was, I have an interest in females that cosplay as girls who are tomboys. And it's like, you expressing that to me who is a tomboy? It's like, oh my God, that is like, okay, red flag. Red flag. Big red flag. So I'm glad I have learned a lot since then. Because like if I, you know, again, knew then what I know now, I would have immediately been like, no, don't start this shit. Yeah, maybe don't say have an interest in females. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was something. And they also disrespected someone else in chat one time, and I'm like, I'm not tolerating that. But it's one of those, I should have acted on it sooner. Luigi, Peach, Mario, Luigi, Peach. So, yeah, and also, another thing they said was, even though it should be exact words, hold on, I'm gonna die no matter what, so it's fine, unless they all go one. Okay, that worked. Nope, there was a little bit of slowdown there. Yeah, another thing said, even though it should be that surprising to me that girls play video games, after all, it's 2023, it never ceases to surprise me, and I like it. It's like, excuse me? Luigi, Mario, Luigi, Mario, Luigi, It's like, excuse me? The undertone of that message was insane. Oh, I should have went one. You just counterpick me. Shit. Yeah, I should have went one earlier on that. Yep. Alright, it's fine. And, you wanna hear more? You wanna hear more? Oh, man. This is definitely Jorgen. Yeah. Yeah, and also it's like, talking about how Mario is perverted. It's like, dude, I know these Easter eggs in these games. Also another thing, tomboys are my favorite types of girls because guys can actually relate to them more. It's like, dude, guys can like whatever they like. So, you know, cause like, when I was a teenager and didn't know any better, I always wondered that. I was like, where are the guys who like tomboys and like the shy girls? You know, like where are they? They're somewhere out there, you know, but it's like, excuse me, you're talking to a tomboy, hello? This is like real creepy. And so that's wild. Yeah, and they had followed me on Twitter around that time too, and I found them and blocked them. I feel like I remember seeing some kind of like autistic, but it's like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. Give me this. But yeah, it's it was wild. But it's like, I should have shut it down immediately. But I didn't know any better, and it kept going. Something about Luigi being bisexual. They were backseating me about Mario Party. It's like, yo. Yeah, it was very strange. And asking me if I'm aware Mario cross-dresses. Like, what? It's like, yeah, there's like funny costumes in Odyssey. But like, it's just a silly little thing. not made to be taken seriously. So, yeah, I screenshotted all of that and sent it to Vegito, like, right after stream. And I told him about it, and he's like, yeah, no, I'll take care of it. So, yeah. So now that I've learned my lesson from that, if someone comes in with that bullshit, shut it down immediately. Yeah. Ooh, it was, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. So, yeah. And it was wild. And, around that time, I was, like, morbidly curious. And, like, saw... Or, like, when I was blocking him on Twitter or whatever... I'm the one dancing. I looked up another, like, streamer he followed. And, again, morbidly curious. Because, like, I didn't know what was, you know, happening. And is, you know, still real... Don't touch. And I looked up who else he followed just to see, like, if it's the same chatting behavior, and no. It was not. I was the only one he tagged me in. And it's like, dude, this is insane. But luckily, it's like, that was a long gone moment. That happened in 2023, obviously. And I'd been streaming for, like, almost a year at that point, so I was still, like, a baby streamer. And I didn't know any better. But now I do. Now I do. I have been streaming for 3.5 years. A little over 3.5 years. It'll be 4 years in August. So. Which is crazy, honestly. It's been that long. So, yeah. Again, like, as a variety streamer, you see lots of crazy stuff just from various games. I think the most problems I have had with any kind of backseating have been Splatoon. When I did Splatoon 3 single player, I had major problems with backseating there. And like Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3. I don't think I got it near as bad in 3, but 2 was pretty bad. Yay. And like some Pokemon stuff. I do remember someone came in, I think it was during my Ice type run, and someone came in, tried to backseat. I remember Blue telling them that, like, hey, there's no backseating, and they didn't know what backseating was. It's like, excuse me? Like, backseating comes from, like, the term backseat driver, which is like, hey, don't tell someone how to drive. Don't tell someone how to drive the car, you're not a backseat driver. It comes from that. Like, don't tell someone how to play a game that's being a backseat driver. So, yeah, they, like, had no idea what backseating was, and it's like, excuse me, stop, I know what I'm doing. Like, I may be tired and, like, super out of it sometimes, or, like, I act a little silly. Sometimes I get a little too silly. But it's like, I'm not a complete dumbass. Okay? I am not a complete dumbass, okay? I like being silly for the bit, and sometimes I really, like, don't know something. But, like, I like being silly, and if I know other people are in on the joke, then, like, yeah, sure, it's clearly a joke, but, like, I don't like genuinely being called stupid. And when someone comes into, like, backseat like that, then, it feels like they're calling me stupid. And it's like, I've played Pokemon since like 2012. I want to say I started with Gen 5. So, and like, I know Pokemon. I have Pokemon knowledge. But like, if someone comes in and immediately tries to backseat me playing Pokemon, it's like, dude, I know what I'm doing. But hello, DA, and hello, Garlic. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. We got the Carbesso. We got the Carbesso. With the fancy hair. Yeah, move out of the way, Becky with the gird. use it anymore. Becky with the GERD. Oh, man. I am so tired. I've lost it. I've lost my mind. There goes Becky. Tessa, I'm smart, guys. Tessa, 2 seconds later. Becky with the GERD. Hey, listen. They say that like super smart people file away their specific knowledge of things, and it overtakes other areas of the brain. So they are stupid in some areas. Like I saw a TikTok the other day of like this guy had showed off all his college degrees, showed off like how like, you know, book smart he is, and then didn't know how to like open a jar or something. I don't remember what it was, but it was something like ridiculous. It's like, I'm smart, but like, man, my brain to mouth word is broken, okay? Oh my goodness. I'm so tired. Ugh. Her Corbessa's dummy thick. The Corbessa, round and squishy. Brain to mouth word is broken. Word is broken. It is broken. If you couldn't tell already. Oh, man. I need to go. Well, Peach is right there. And she has money. But Boo is this way. But I don't have much money. Yeah, let's just do it anyway, because you never know. Thanks, Blue. I was waiting on it. I was waiting on that quote to get added. I was waiting on it. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Whew. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is a choice. That thumbs up emote is one of my favorites. I just love the thumbs up. It's so good. It's too good. I didn't see how much they bet. This piece of hair poking my eyeball. Because like my bangs are... I trimmed my bangs a little bit the other day. They're not like fully cut. But like right now they're like resting like... The shortest part of my bangs I think is like right below my eye. But I kind of... They're not like a swoopy swoop. But they kind of curve a little bit and rest just to the side of my eye. But sometimes there's a piece of hair that like pokes my eyeball and it's like, dude, stop it. How's pasta? Pasta is pretty good. I stretched earlier today and I smacked my elbow on my couch. So if that tells you how good my day is so far, then everything's broken, including me. I am just that broken. Maybe I'm just more relaxed because I mentioned fitting. I'm a mess. I'm a mess in distress, but we're still the best. Dress fearless, say yes, we don't dress to impress. I have Strawberry Job. It's more difficult, I think. I mentioned on Monday, like right at the end of stream, that talking about like no stream on Tuesday, and that I I scheduled a much needed appointment for myself and just trying to be better about taking care of myself. Oh my god. No, we tied it. It's fine. I could have been the winner. It's okay. That much needed appointment went a little better than I thought, but it's a whole work in progress. Maybe I'm just under a lot less stress knowing that everything will be okay. You know, there's still more appointments to be had later, but, you know, it's one of those, everything's gonna be okay type things, and I'll be fine, but I think it's just, like, the big old weight off. Maybe that's why I'm just, like, more relaxed and goofy right now. Got more writing to do, so I'm gonna mute and lock in for a bit? No worries. You lock in. And I swear if you write Becky with the GERD, I will I will love you forever. I don't know what I want. Sure. Why not? A warp block? Cool. Woo. Becky with the curb. Curb. Oh, beautiful. Beautimus. I still love this Kirby layout. It gives me so much joy. I'm so glad it turned out really good. And I also don't have any other ideas for Kirby costume changes. Because I'm like running out of colors. Because I just tried to base it off like actual Kirby colors that have been seen in games canonically. So, because we have the regular pink Kirbessa in the regular rotation of costume changes, but we got 5 here. I think we got yellow, green, blue, red, and purple for a rotation here. Because I wanted to make sure the actual regular costume changes still worked. So that way people, if you don't have like the 10,000 and if you want to use a costume change, you can just change the Kerbo. Wee. Punch his kneecaps! Punch his kneecaps! It's like the Titan fight in Final Fantasy 16. We punched kneecaps, did parkour, and punched him in the face. Right in the jaw. It was beautiful. Like, looking back so far on Final Fantasy 16, without being too spoilery about things, the 2 best boss fights in the game are Titan and Bahamut. Honestly, maybe I might personally give the edge to Titan because I like the music a lot during the parkour section. Who is around? And who is a square? Mario is there. Who is... Peach is there. No thanks. So, yeah. I really do encourage people to play Final Fantasy 16. But I still feel really bad because I have suffered a bunch of game crashes. But it's one of those, I am super stubborn and I want to see it through to the end. I am super stubborn. And the thing is, I don't know if I want to do the DLCs because I know there's a fight in like the second DLC that is like stupid hard. It's like, man, I don't know if I want to do that. Dang, Mario just got money, got rich. That's rude. So, but yeah, so far, I'm like, I still have like 1 boss fight that I need to do. And then I think it's the finale. I think it's the final boss after that point in terms of like major bosses. So, because yeah, I'm closing in on the end of the game. So. But yeah, I think I got an idea of what game I want to play after Final Fantasy. I think I got it locked in my brain. Do, 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. So, maybe after this minigame I'll take a break? I can use a snack, honestly. I'm really tired. And I have butterscotch pudding that I have in my cabinet just for me for snacks, and I have forgotten all about it. Because I like butterscotch. And butterscotch is one of the few foods and flavors that I like and my husband doesn't. Because, like, I'm the picky eater. So there's a lot of things that I don't like. So it's kind of crazy to find things that I do like and someone else doesn't like. You know, it's kind of crazy. Like, he's not a big fan of butterscotch. Which, you know, I don't think it's a divisive flavor. I think it's just you either like it or you don't. I like butterscotch. Butterscotch is cool. So, I think my dad also really liked butterscotch. So, alright, so I think we're going to take our break. It is right at 2, and we have 20 turns left. This will be great. So we're gonna take our break. We're going to get up, stretch, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, do whatever it is you need to do, and we'll be right back. All right, here we are. Back. Hey, we got the green Kirby with the baseball bat. Perfect for baseball season. All right, we are back. And what is happening right now? I mean, I have a warp block. 1 and 3, baby. Nice, it worked out. I love it when it works out. And do we make it? We made it. Hello. Thank you. And also thank you for the lurk, DA. Thank you. Do what you gotta do. Always appreciate it. All right. And yes, I did have my butterscotch pudding. It was really good. Haven't had butterscotch pudding in a while. Haven't really had pudding in a while, actually. I mean, I guess technically it's not true. Maybe. I mean, it has been a while. Okay, so, my mother-in-law makes what's called a triple treat pie for Thanksgiving and usually sends one home with us. And the triple treat pie is vanilla pudding, chocolate pudding, and a bunch of whipped cream. So, yeah, it's technically pudding, but it's in the pie. So, we used to find like this Oreo pie crust, and we would get it and give it to her so she can make her a triple treat pie in that. But like, we haven't been able to find it recently, and it's like we could make our own, but that's a lot of work. So we don't. I do remember one year she had goofed and Mitchell, that candy sassy. One year she goofed and got banana pudding instead of vanilla pudding. Yeah, that was a fun time. It wasn't bad. The whole pie didn't turn out bad, but like, it wasn't quite right. Also, let's go Whomp. I knew if I didn't acknowledge it this time, probably do good. Sometimes if you cheer them on, they do good, and sometimes if you don't acknowledge it, they do good. You know, you just kind of have to let them be. Take the pressure off. I know this as a mom of kids in sports. But I too was in sports once upon a time, so... What? How did... I swear I got first. I swear it. Rude. That was so rude. I really thought. Alright, Mario, time to blow up. And not blow it up, because that insinuates you're gonna be in the bathroom for a long time. I remember this made it on the news, and it was really funny. Nice. I can't remember if the story was in Kansas or not. It might have been like out of Wichita, maybe? I can't remember. But this one guy goes into Home Depot. Well, I think to kind of preface, the cops got called because a man went into Home Depot screaming, "I'm going to blow it up!" and proceeded to go to the bathroom. And I guess a worker got spooked, called cops, saying about it, and then turns out he just really needed to poop. Because that's what some people say when they really gotta go. Because they're gonna blow it up. They're gonna blow up the toilet with their own shit. So I do remember that making the news. It was really funny. It was so funny. Huh. Yeah, I just don't remember if that was out of Kansas or not. And I don't want to look it up. But I remember like seeing it a lot in like the funny news anchor compilations. So funny. Because like, hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go. And even, and sometimes you just gotta grin and bear it and go to the other restroom. Okay. Because even the other day I had to take Riley to the boys' room because she needed to go potty real bad. She needed to go potty real bad, and someone was in the girls' restroom, the women's restroom, and this is like, yeah, Tuesday, the whole appointment was like really crazy because at the end we're having some technical difficulties trying to get emails worked out, and I had to go pick up Riley like immediately, and luckily they were so nice to me, and they're like, yeah, go ahead, go get your daughter, go pick her up from school and come back, we'll take care of it. And I got her, I came back, and she really needed to go potty. So I get up, go to where the restrooms were, and the women's restroom is locked. So it's like, well, crap. And there was no one in the boys' restroom. And I thought about it for a second, but then this little boy comes up, and he needed to go. So it's like, yeah, you go ahead and go. But then no one was coming out of the women's restroom. So they were taking a while, which, you know, sometimes it takes a minute. I understand. As a woman, I understand. But like my 5-year-old really needed to go potty. So once the boys' restroom, once the men's restroom opened up, I'm like, fuck it. I'm going in there. She needs to go potty real bad. I'm gonna take her in there. So, but luckily it's like, you know, just a one toilet, like room type thing. So, yeah. I took her to the boys' room. Sometimes when you gotta go, you gotta go. You know? But also, oh, I don't remember the context, but me and, Vegeta were talking about it, I think last night, about, like, parents and how they treat their kids and, like, the whole boy mom epidemic we're having. Because it's a fucking epidemic. Like, for real. Boomer parents were kind of bad about it once upon a time. I see a lot of younger parents are so bad about it because, there is a difference between being a boy mom and a mom of boys. There's a difference. When you hear boy mom, you think a mother who is like so up their son's ass, you would think they're in love with them. That's how we get the monster-in-laws. That's how we get that. So I don't remember the context mentioned, but that boy I mentioned that had to go to the restroom before Riley in the men's room, his mom and sister, I presume, were there waiting on him, and it's like, I don't mind calling your kids nicknames, you know, pet names, because like I call Riley Kiddo a lot. Allie has her own nickname, you know, it's normal. I do agree with that, Garlic. Single-use bathrooms should be gender neutral, for sure. For sure. And I know places have, like, family rooms, but, like, this one didn't, because it's a small town office. But yeah, this mom, daughter, waiting on the boy in the restroom. He comes out, and then I hear the mom go, "Oh, come here, sweet boy." And the way she said it just, like, gave me the ick so bad. It just gave me the ick. I'm like, oh my god. Wow, I sounded real Midwestern Northern there. Oh my god. Yeah, that there gave me the ick for sure. Let me take that statement and throw it in the trash bag. Anywho. But yeah, I heard, "Come here, sweet boy," and it's like, and it's like, if I had a son, there's no way in hell I would be acting like that. Absolutely the fuck not. Like, I've got 2 girls. So I am not a boy mom, nor a mom of boys. But, again, people around me are. Because a bunch of, again, boys and girls exist everywhere. Especially, you know, with the kiddos and everything. But it's like, here in Oh, I remember the context. Because my oldest is turning 11 this year. So we're at that age, right? We were all little shits when we were 10, 11, 12. You know, hitting the preteen stage, getting in the middle school. You know, we were all little shits, right? Also, as a friendly reminder that the phrase, boys will be boys, does not mean boys can, grab at little girls. I'll just go there. This didn't happen to Allie. I'm just letting you know, it didn't happen to her, so everything is fine there. But she told me one of her friends saw a little boy grabbing at another girl's chest. Yeah! That was fun. No. And, I was recanting the story to Vegito last night while cooking supper, and that's how we got on the subject, because it's one of those, I can do everything in my power to teach my children how to take care of themselves, right? Like, I can teach them what to do in certain situations, how to handle things, you know, like be adamant on your nose and everything. But it's often other people's kids I worry about, because I don't know their parents. I don't know what they get away with at home. You know, I don't know what they're being taught. So I worry constantly, especially with my oldest being almost 11. So, and I believe the middle school here is 6th, 7th, and 8th, and she'll be in 6th grade next year, and I worry a lot because, cops get called a lot to the middle school. Cops get called to the middle school all the time, around here. So, I worry a lot. Even just the other day, I saw, nice, they took themselves out. Because there was the whole kindergarten pre-enrollment, last week? I think it was last week, that I took Riley to. Everything's all squared away there. And on my way home from that, I drove by the middle school, and there was a bunch of cops parked right outside the middle school, and at a glance I saw some of the staff of the middle school holding the door open while cops are kind of in and out and talking to the cops. And then as I'm like kind of getting further away from the middle school, I see this dapper looking young man, appeared to be young man, I don't know his age at all, this dapper looking fellow dressed real nice, and he had a badge around his neck. So context clues were to tell me that is a detective. And it's like, man, that's insane. I worry constantly for my children. Not because if I can do a good job, because that's a constant worry no matter what I do. My worry is other people's children. That's my worry. 6, 7, ugh. I do believe 6, 7 is banned in Allie's school. Because kids have been saying it a lot. And I'm very thankful for that. But they don't say it at home. The person who says 6, 7 the most, funny enough, at home is Vegito. And he really only does it to make the kids laugh. So, because, like, the kids won't say it themselves, but they will bust up laughing whenever he does it. I don't know why. Riley absolutely loses it when he does it. It's so funny. So yeah, I constantly worry about other people's kids, especially boy moms. I worry so much about it. Because boy moms aren't teaching their boys to be men, they're teaching their boys to be coddled forever. And nothing drives me more insane than parents coddling their kids because that's how they think they should be parenting. Like, gentle parenting, right? We've all heard it, right? I believe gentle parenting does not exist. Gentle parenting is permissive parenting. And even when people say like, that's real gentle parenting, no, that's fucking parenting. It is not any kind of subcategory of parenting. That is just parenting. Different parenting tactics work for different kids. Like talking to a child, make sure you're firm in your consequences. That can work for some child. Sometimes it doesn't work and you gotta figure it out. Like, both my kids are fairly similar, but like, Riley is such a wild child that I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's gonna work with her. You know, like, different kids are different. Even between siblings, like, everyone's different. They take, you know, life lessons differently. So, it's like, yeah, I've got beef with the whole gentle parenting, quote unquote, with that, because it's just permissive parenting. Gentle parenting, how I've always seen it, is like, oh no, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. You're gonna hurt yourself. And they don't do anything about it. It's like, oh, get off the counter, stop climbing on it. And they don't move from their spot to stop the kid. Ugh. The kid fell and hit his head a few times and he was learning to walk, but he learned really fast to brace himself and fall more gently. Yeah, and like sometimes you just gotta let the kids learn themselves. Parenting doesn't have to be permissive. More often than not, I see gentle parenting be permissive. In my opinion, my take as a parent is like parenting is just parenting. Like every kid's different. And like if someone's trying to make me be a gentle parent, no. Like I'm not saying I, you know, am hardcore with my kids. No, I try to find a balance to see what works. And like I'm not perfect either. You know, I've lost my temper on my kids. I've been like real lazy and let things slide that I probably shouldn't have let slide. You know, like I'm human too. I'm still learning. I mean, I became a mom at like barely 20 years old. So it's like I'm still learning a lot. But there is one thing, I will make sure my kids have what they need. I will make sure they are taken care of, and I will make sure they learn to take care of themselves when they get older. So, but yeah, boundaries are super duper important when it comes to parenting. Yeah, boundaries and follow through. Because I've seen it happen with like my brother's kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh my god. I should just trust my gut, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 3? I counted 23 that second time. Too late now. But yeah, with my brother's kids, one of my brother's kids, I've seen too many times of like, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, and there's no follow through. It's like, do that or I'm gonna, you know, or you're gonna get punished. Do that or you're gonna get, don't do that or you're gonna get punished. And it's like over and over again, and like, there's no punishment that follows through. Because if you continuously don't follow through, your kids are gonna pick it up and they know they can get away with it because there's no punishment. So, like, when my kids get in trouble, I make sure there is a punishment. You know? And it's like, the punishment has to fit the crime. Because, I'm gonna give you an example. And this isn't one where it's like, it's one of those, I know a controversial topic about parenting is like, oh, spanking your kids, right? And like, I was spanked as a kid. I turned out fine. I mean, I have other issues because of other parenting methods. Or other methods because my parents ignored me, mostly my mom, but anyway. Or just like verbal comments from my mother, but anyway. That's a whole different thing. But it's like, spanking your kids isn't a big deal when it's warranted. It's when you go too far. because you can go beyond that and go too far. Like, don't spank your kids without reason to make it seem like they're in trouble. Like, that's stupid. And that'll condition them to be very fearful of everything. Blue, disrespect Tessa and die. I mean, yeah, she'd make a good parent just by that. Like, don't disrespect them or they're gonna die. Trying to think. Yeah, an example with my kiddos, we are in ads though. Let me do this minigame real quick so we can get out of the ads. Yeah, and this is like a fairly recent example, and I don't like to talk about my kids and like behaviors and everything. It's one of those, I know how judgy people can get on the internet, especially when it comes to moms. People are super judgmental about mothers, especially on the internet. Because, like, you know, there may not be a right way to parent, but there is definitely a wrong way to parent. And a lot of the internet gets it wrong 80% of the time. Hence the whole gentle parenting discussion. Like, if that parenting method works on your kids and they're very well behaved, cool. You know, more power to you. But, like, if it doesn't work, you gotta find something else. So an example of, like, you know, the punishment has to fit the crime. Siblings do sibling things, right? There was one day we found Allie stealing stuff from Riley. And it's like, yeah, stealing's bad, especially from your sister. So, the punishment that we had, we took one of Allie's many stuffed animals and let Riley pick one out so she can keep it. It's like, okay, you're gonna steal from Riley. All right, we'll give away one of your things to her. You don't like it when your stuff gets taken away from you, do you? No. Then, all right then, don't steal from someone else. See? That's a punishment fit the crime. If you're caught stealing, then we'll take something from you. How do you like it? And they don't like it. So, like, more often than not, they don't like it when the same thing is done to them. Bloop. Nope, do it. Get back here. Thank you. So, yeah, that's just a recent example that I can think of. Because, yeah, I don't like talking about the actual parenting thing. Because, again, people are so judgmental. And it's also like, I don't want all of it to be on the internet. You know? Especially, like, current stuff. But, like, that happened like a month ago, a few weeks ago. Yeah, that was a few weeks ago. So it was like somewhat recent, but not like yesterday. So, and no, I don't have any money, so there's really no money around here. My brother learned that, Mom, Del Toro's hitting me. Usually made him get his way. Yeah. I remember hearing a story from my mom about my brothers. Well, to put it into context, everything that I have heard about my siblings when they were young kids was just stories told from my mom. I was never an eyewitness to this because I am the youngest of my family, and my brothers are 12 and 9 years older than me. And my sister is 3 years older than me. So there's some pretty big age gaps there. So every story I've heard about my brothers has been told to me from my parents. So there was one time where my oldest brother was like 3 and my other brother was a baby. But all of us are named with the same first initial. So we were all T and then whatever the last name was. I'm not gonna give that away. So we were all T's. And my oldest brother, when he was like 3, was drawing on the bathroom walls with like crayon and stuff. and he marked it with his initials. And he blamed it on the baby. He said, baby did it. And my mom, you know, was like, yeah, right. I know you did it. And then my brother's argument, my oldest brother's argument was, it's his initials. He did it. And my mom thought that that was like super clever and just let it slide. Because that was such a clever excuse. It's like, you got a point there. And he was like 3. My kids do not have the same first initial, but their names do rhyme, kind of, Allie and Riley. And are both spelled kind of the same way, because we spell Allie A-L-L-I-E, and Riley is R-Y-L-I-E. So, but like Allie is short for Allison. So, but Allie is just her nickname, but that's, you know, again, whatever. Anyway, so our kids can't really do that. But that was something that was told to me. It's like, you know what? Yeah, that's pretty clever. You all have the same initials, you donut. Yeah, and also I remember hearing a story of my brothers. They were a little older, less than 10, I think, and they were arguing about something and getting into a fight, or like someone said, Mom, they hit me, or something like that. And my mom's like, you know what? All right, fight it out. Like, literally fight it out. Hit him back. Yeah, my mom was the kind to be like, Mom, he hit me. And my mom would be like, looking to that person, like, hit him back. And then they, you know, just little taps. And it's like, no, if you're gonna hit him back. That was how my mom was, at least with the boys. She got very lazy when it came to me and my sister. Ugh. But, yeah. Yeah, I think I told the story one time. There was a time where, oh, shit. Where the girls were cleaning up in their room, I want to say, and I was in the shower, and I got out of the shower, and I hear a noise, and I go into the room, and I see Riley just on top of Allie, like, full on punching the top of her head. And it's like, child, what are you doing? I was, like, so mad. I, like, pulled Riley off of her and, like, fully set her in time out for that. And, you know, I was so mad. I'm like, holy shit, why are you beating her up? Like, why are you beating her up like that? Like, at the time, it was like, oh my god, what's going on? And I tried to get the story about what was going on. Sounds about Allie didn't let Riley see something or whatever. I don't remember what it was. But, like, looking back on it, it was so funny. Watching Riley just, like, pound into her. So funny. It was, like, full on, like, wrestling turnbuckle spot. Just punching the top of her head. It's like, wow. No more wrestling for you. I didn't count that out. Waria, Peach, Luigi. Alright, okay. So, Mom! Phineas and Ferb are making a title sequence! I love Phineas and Ferb. Mom! So yeah, that was something. And like, a lot of what I hear is when like the kids are left to their own devices at like 5 a.m. 6 a.m. and it's like, I'm barely awake for this. Think I'm okay here? Okay, yeah. I should be. So like anything like before 6:30, I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. Honestly, it's like, I don't want to deal with it. But a lot of the time I will hear a lot of commotion at like 6 a.m. And it's like, oh my god. And I hear like slapping noises. Luigi, Peach, Luigi, Peach, Luigi. Dang it. I hate it when they're smart. So yeah, I will hear noises of like them hitting each other, and then I immediately hear one of them tattling on the other. It's like, Mom, Riley hit me, or like, Mom, Allie hit me, and it's like, dude, it's like 6 a.m. Why are we beating each other up at 6 a.m.? And like, oh, they say like, oh, little boys are the ones that are super rough and tough and physical with each other. Little girls are easy. Oh man, how wrong that is. Kids are kids. All kids are wild. It's not a boy and girl thing. It's an all kids are wild. All kids are wild. And their different personalities taking shape too. So yeah, all these kids are wild. So yeah, if you're gonna, if you're interested in having kids and becoming parents, it is a difficult journey. I will tell you that now. It's not easy. Don't listen to like unsolicited advice. If someone just like comes up to you and just gives advice, like don't listen to that unless like you trust them. Like I wouldn't trust anyone that just told me parenting advice if they didn't have any kids or didn't work with kids, like young kids, because there's plenty of people that don't have kids and work in fields with children, like daycare workers, teachers, Dude. Ask Tessa. Blue has told me whenever they do get to that point, she's going to ask me a bunch of questions. Which, hey, I'm here. I am here. Because there's lots of things that I didn't know when I first became a mom. And like pregnancy and everything. There's stuff I had like no idea about. There is stuff I had like no idea because no one ever told me. Because like my sister doesn't have any kids. And like she works with kids kind of. She works with like high school kids. Because like during the fall and the spring, she works as an official, like a volleyball official during the fall, and a softball umpire during the spring. So like she works with high school kids, not like young kids. And it's like, but like she doesn't have any kids of her own. Like I've heard a handful of statements from her, and it's like, no. No, because you would only really know that if you had your own kids. Because like there's certain experiences that you would really only understand if you had your own kids. But also like there's plenty of professions where people work with young kids, and like I would listen to them over like someone who doesn't. Steal from Mario. So yeah, but like I wouldn't listen to anyone who doesn't have any kids of their own trying to give me advice on parenting. Like the perfect parents have no kids. Because like I hear all the time about like someone be like, oh, I would never do this to my kid. I would never give them an iPad when they're a baby. I would never do this when I have kids. And then they have kids and then they do it. And they're like, oh my God, I was stupid. It's like, excuse me? I see it all the time on like TikTok. I see people be like, oh, before I had kids, like, oh, I would never give my kid an iPad, and they give their kid an iPad when they're like a year old. It's like, dude, no, that's what's being stupid. Now it's like, I understand this day and age with technology, kids with phones and iPads and stuff are more common nowadays. The trick is when to use it, when to discipline them for it. The problem with like quote unquote iPad kids and giving them phones too early is they get too attached to it and they just give them the iPad and the phone to entertain themselves so they don't have to be a parent. That's the real problem. So it took years. Like I think Allie was like 7 or 8 when she got her first like tablet. It's not even an iPad. You know, it's just a tablet that we gave her, you know, about an hour at a time for the screen time for her to play her games on her tablet. And now she's got like a Switch Lite that she got in trouble a while back and it got taken away from her and she hasn't earned it back yet, but I think we'll get to that point. But anywho, where the heck? Stars over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay. No. Anywho, like, you know, with her Switch Lite, she would play a couple hours at a time, and when it's time to put it away, I'd tell her, find the nearest save point, find the nearest stopping point of your game, and then you need to shut it off. Save and shut it off. And it's like, I play games. I have played games when I was a kid. I understand, like, being in the middle of an important cutscene or a boss fight or something, and you can't save right away. So it's like, hey, find the nearest save point and shut it off. And usually it's like, all right, yeah, we're good. So, but, like, I never... And I think Allie is, like... Back in my day... When I was 10, 11, it was rare for a kid to have their own phone. I mean, I got my first cell phone when I was 12. But, like, you see, like, you know, 7, 8-year-olds having full-fledged iPhones. And it's like, nowadays that's common. But, like, Allie doesn't even have her own phone right now. You know, like, we got, you know, there's talks going on. You know, behind the scenes, I guess. But, like, Allie's probably one of the very few people in her grade that doesn't have a phone. We pay for a phone line, like a third phone line, because that's the plan that we have, the phone plan. So I'm a mess. I'm a mess in distress, but we're still the best. Dress fearless, say yes. We don't dress to impress. Come on. No! Give me that one. No, I was too late. But yeah, Allie doesn't even have a phone. And she's probably one of the very few in her grade that doesn't even have one. So, but we do pay for a phone line, so we just need, like, an actual physical phone, and she'll be okay, but, like, that's, you know, that's a private discussion, but, like, kids nowadays, phones are, you know, everywhere, but it's, like, the amount of, like, screen time they have, you know, it's the phones. The phones are, like, the problem. Hell, even yesterday, also, welcome back, PA, hell, yesterday, when I was, so I had to go pick up my husband from his truck yesterday, essentially right after school, like after stream. So I was on my way to picking up Riley when I got the message of like, hey, can you know, I'm ready whenever, you know, that's his signal of like, hey, I'm back in town whenever you got time, whenever you are not busy. Can you pick me up? It's like, yeah, cool, whatever. So I got that message, and I'm driving up to this intersection. It's kind of one of like the major intersections in town. Dude, oh my god, I hate this game. I hate being a driver. It sucks. So I'm pulling up to this intersection, and in front of me, like, I need to turn right, and it's like kind of like a single lane type situation. And in front of me are two vehicles. A semi-truck with a trailer, this like white Suburban, and me. Big truck, when light turns green, big truck moves and makes their turn or whatever. A white Suburban hasn't moved. It's like, okay, well, sometimes, you know, you just don't see the light or whatever, but it's like, big truck is pretty noticeable if they move. Pretty noticeable when they move. And it was a good solid like minute of them just sitting there. And I'm pretty sure the driver was looking at her phone. I'm pretty sure it was a woman. Couldn't quite tell. But I'm pretty sure they were looking at their phone. And if I didn't honk my horn, they would have sat there for longer. And I don't honk my horn very often. I usually only do it when absolutely necessary. Yeah, that was like a rarity for me to honk my horn like that. So, yeah, they were too busy on their damn phone at the stoplight. It's like, dude, like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Why are we on our phones like that? And it's like, sometimes it's like, oh, if you're just kind of stuck there for a couple seconds because you're just kind of heading the clouds, and I understand that because I've done that before. But like, if you're sitting there on your phone for like 2 minutes and the light's been green for a while, then that's a you problem. That is a you problem, especially when a big truck in front of you moves. Like, how do you not notice? Yeah, it's like, how do you not notice when a big truck moves out of your way? Like, for real. I let go the same fucking time. I hate this game. It's fine. I need to stop just fucking ranting about I hate it. Anyway. So, moral of the story is, stay off your fucking phone. Especially, like, when you're sitting at the intersection and people are waiting on you. Like, dude, like, why? What are we doing? It's me. So, yeah. Peach, okay. I mean, that could be done, I guess. I don't know. Standard last 5 turns. Procedures all red and blue spaces are. W, if you land on the same space as your opponent, you get to duel them. Alright. I don't even remember what's happening. Where is the star? It's over there. Okay. Let's find my way over there, I guess. So, yeah. Yeah, it's the phones that are the problem. And I know the big thing is, like, just with society in general, there's no spaces for teenagers and tweens. There's no spaces for them anymore. Because, like, back in the day, you know, we had, like, Club Penguin and Gaia Online and, like, silly little online flash games, you know, that were targeted towards, like, you know, young teenagers. You know, and, like, shops like Limited 2 and Justice, and we had that. Claire's even, when we were, you know, like, young teenagers, tweens. We had those spaces. And now, everything is in adult space. It's either purely child space or pure adult space. And there's no transition anymore. And that's really hurtful. Because, like, no one has an awkward phase anymore. Like, no one's got this awkward phase with, like, makeup because, like, oh, there's so many makeup influencers out there. They're just copying everything they do. And that's why all these teenagers look like they're 25. Like, because they're learning how to do makeup like a grown-ass woman when you're 15. It's like, that's literally insane to me. Like, yeah, I'm going to, you know, teach my kids how to do their makeup if they want to. If they're interested in it, yeah, of course I will. But I'm not going to let them learn online, or, like, if they see something online, they can ask me questions. You know, that's kind of the big thing, is, like, you know, you can ask me anything. Because, like, I've gotten some questions from Allie about things, and it's like, yeah, I answer them. You know, because And I answer them because I never got that with my mom. Dude, get out of my way. Get out of my life. Get out of my life, Mario. Thank you. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Anywho. But yeah, I never got that kind of relationship with my mom because my mom never really taught me anything about, like, anything. I think she kind of half-assed taught me how to do makeup, but I learned a lot on my own because she didn't really teach me much of anything. So it's like, I want to be the opposite for my kids, especially with, you know, 2 girls, you know? Because it's one of those, I feel like God gave me 2 girls to give them a relationship I never had with my mom. It's probably one way to look at it. Like, I'm not religious by any means, but I do believe in God. I don't, like, you know, practice any particular religion, you know, but that's also one thing that's, like, I don't really, you know, want to talk about, because that could be a touchy subject for some people. And also, people come in all walks of life, all walks of religion, and we can all be friends. You know, if we were all the same, then life would be really boring, honestly. But anywho, yeah, there's no real, like, spaces for tweens, like, you know, 10, 11, 12-year-olds. Because I remember a couple years ago, there was a whole epidemic of 10-year-olds trying to buy Drunk Elephant skincare for, like, Christmas or whatever. And Drunk Elephant has retinol in it. And from my research, because, like, I was trying to figure out what was, you know, what everything is, because let's normalize looking stuff up when we find information. And retinol is like an anti-aging thing. It's used for that. I'm not a big skincare person, but this is, you know, the knowledge I have obtained. But it's like, retinol is recommended for, like, 30, 40, 50-year-olds. So these kids, 10-year-olds, that honestly really don't need skincare. Honestly, just, like, wash your face with water. Like, they're getting this skincare that is for grown-ass adults, demanding it, and it's, like, super duper expensive. Which, that's the part, because I've seen people spend, like, over $900 at Sephora just on fucking skincare. It's like, why? Why are you doing this? Because they're demanding it from their parents, and their parents will give them whatever they want because they're demanding it! That's on the parents, honestly. But also, like, these kids with access to the internet in adult spaces. Yeah, they're in adult spaces learning adult things because there's no space for them on the internet. We've gotten rid of it completely. And it's ridiculous. So, which is why I'm, like, you know, kind of afraid. Well, like, my kid. What? How? Whatever. I didn't lose too much money. It's fine. Of, like, you know, finding something on the internet and, you know, not talking to me about it. Because it's like, again, there's no space for young kids, for young tweens on the internet anymore. Because there was a story recently about, this kind of goes hand in hand in a way, not necessarily like internet things, but like no spaces for, you know, teenagers anymore. There was this 17-year-old girl, 16, 17-year-old girl who passed away from, like, heart failure recently. And it was from drinking too many energy drinks. Was it Alani? Is that the energy drink brand? I think. So she died from drinking too many. And drinking too many energy drinks. Drinking too many energy drinks is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, drinking and consuming too much caffeine can cause heart problems. And so I heard it was reported that she drank 6 a day. 6 cans of like, is it Alani? I'm gonna double check. Yes, it's Alani. Alani energy drinks. And she drank 6 a day. And they have 200 milligrams of caffeine per can. And I think teenagers are only recommended 100 milligrams of caffeine a day. And this teenager was drinking 6 cans a day. If we do the math on it, that is 1,200 milligrams of caffeine a day. That is way too much for anybody, honestly. That is way too much. And the thing is, she died from heart failure from drinking too many energy drinks. And the parents are suing the energy drink company. They are suing Alani for it. And it's like, excuse me, this is your fault. Because apparently they've said she had a mini fridge stocked full of Alani energy drinks in her bedroom. It's like, this is a parenting issue. Hello? Like, if I had a, you know, we get to the point where you have a teenager with her own room and they have a mini fridge, what's gonna be in that mini fridge is water. I would stock bottle of water in there. A bottle of water? Yeah, I would just put bottles of water in there. And that's even if they get their own mini fridge in their room. Like, that's a college campus conversation. Not a teenager still in high school. Yeah, it's the parents' fault, 100%. And they're like, oh, Alani, the kids need to have a warning for drinking too much. They do. Look at the can. It's on the can. It says, keep out of reach of children. And it tells you how much caffeine is in it. 200 milligrams of caffeine, keep out of reach of children. Or do not let children consume or something. There is a warning on it for children. So there 100% is a warning, and the parents are like, there's no warning. No, it's your fault. If there's a warning and you ignore it, it's your fault. And it's not in a hidden spot on the can, and you can find it. Like, I'm sure I can find a can of Alani and find the warning just fine. I'm sure I can do that. So, company could be responsible if they use deceptive marketing or marketing specifically targeting kids, but overall it sounds like bad parenting. Now, I've heard that argument too. I've seen people be like, oh, but like the cans are super duper colorful and fun. They gotta be targeted towards kids. It's like, excuse me, why can't adults love fun colors? Why can't adults love whimsy and bright pink and all these sunshine colors, huh? Like, why can't adults like that? And also, energy drinks, I don't think have ever been really marketed towards kids. I don't think they have. And it's like, I'm not a big energy drinker. I have tried a Red Bull one time when I was like, maybe 13, 14. Had a sip of it one time and thought it was disgusting. So, yeah. I don't think there was any deceptive marketing. Especially when it says on the damn can, keep out of reach of children. That's it literally says on the can. And I've seen people be like, oh, but the cans are super colorful. Yeah, so is a lot of other things marketed towards adults. And this is why we need more things for teens and tweens. because when there's no space for tweens and teens, they're going to enter these adult spaces when they're too young. So, but yeah. It being your fault that your child is consuming 6 energy drinks a day, consuming 1,200 milligrams of caffeine per day, and blaming the energy drink company. It's like, yeah, that's a Dumbass of the Year award. Right there. So it's like, it really sucks that, you know, a young teenager died because of something completely preventable. Like, my heart goes out to that. But it's like, if the parents are blaming everything but themselves, they really need to look in a mirror. That'd be like if I, fed my child nothing but junk food and wonder why they're fat. You know? It's like if you feed your child nothing but junk food from like when they're 3 and they're like super duper overweight and have like, you know, diabetes, heart problems, and they eventually die from that. It's like you're blaming the candy companies when you're the one feeding them junk. So like that's kind of the comparison there. And it's like there's plenty of reasons people gain weight and stuff, but it's like if the parents are, you know, feeding their kids junk food and they wonder why they've gained a bunch of weight, then it's like, yeah, that's your fault. It's your fault, buddy. Yep, parents that blame junk food for their kids being fat. Yep. And it's one of those, it's like, I don't want to, like, police what my kids eat, because my kids are good eaters, right? Like, my kids are good eaters. They eat perfectly fine, and I make sure they eat. And I don't want to turn into the quote-unquote almond mom. Like, I'm not super healthy myself, honestly, but it's like, I mean, I make sure I eat. I try to move around as much as I can. I don't want to get, you know, lazy. Because my mom, especially the latter years in her life, I'll say it, she was fat and lazy. My mom was definitely fat and lazy right before she died, and she died of a heart attack. So my mom wasn't like the healthiest person in the world, but she always made comments about my body, my sister's body, and, you know, all of that. So I try not to bring that mentality for my kids. And it's like, I want to make sure they eat. I want to make sure, you know, they're healthy. They gain weight healthily. And I also want to make sure to not, like, comment too much on, like, their bodies in terms of appearance. The only real comments I make about their bodies is when I'm trying to find clothes for them. Because both of my kids are on the slimmer side. Especially Allie. Like, Allie eats so good. She eats so much freaking food. But I think she's got a high metabolism. Especially for being a kid. But like, she's got long legs, but like a thin waist. So finding like jeans for her is a tough thing. It's pretty difficult just because, like, if we find like, oh, large pants, they're big on the waist. If we find medium pants, they're too short on her legs. So like, that's always a problem that we face when it comes to clothes and like body size. But that's really the only thing I ever comment about my kids' bodies. You know, because they're children. They don't need that mentality with them. So, like, my body has been commented on several times before. So it's like, I don't want to have my kids deal with that. I was one off from that. It's fine. That was pretty good. I knew Mystery Land would be pretty short. Gurley Jr. is 98 percentile for height and weight. He's the youngest in his class, but also the biggest. Yeah, Allie is now kind of middle in her percentile. Her next doctor's appointment is in July. So I'll have to wait on like the official height and weight graph on that. But Riley's last appointment, Riley is very small. Riley is a small child. She's a tiny child. But there's things that I can like blame back then, but it's like I've noticed the drop off. But like she used to be a chonker. She used to be a chonky baby. But her 9-month appointment got skipped essentially, and that was when I had a lot of questions about food and what foods to start trying to give her, and she didn't eat very much like substance and didn't really gain much weight pretty much after she turned 1. But anywho, from that point on she was tiny and they had concerns about her gaining weight, and she didn't even register on the percentile. When she was like 2 years old, she didn't even register on the percentile. Like she was that small. But at her doctor's appointment last month, she's like 36 pounds and like 40 inches tall, which she grew 4 inches since her last appointment last year, and she is on the 20th percentile for both height and weight, I think. And that's good. Like, yeah, she's on the lower end, but like she's actually on the freaking percentile graph. So, yeah, it was exciting when she was actually on the damn chart. Sure, mini games here. So, yeah. Yeah, and Allie's growing quite a bit. We're pretty sure Allie will be taller than me. Let's see, we'll just go hard, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. We're just gonna go places. I don't know. I have a little bit of time to kill. Battle. Item. I don't have duels unlocked, I don't think. I don't know how to do that. There it is. There it is! So, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those where it's like, I don't want to be the one to comment on my kids' bodies like that anyway, because I suffered that. So yeah, I like to think I was given 2 girls so I can reverse my trauma, I guess, in a way, because, man, did the shit my mom say to me really, did a number on my, self-worth, huh? Like, I am 30 years old and I still deal with shit my mom said to me. So, yeah. It's pretty crazy. Sorry about that. But yeah, yeah, the whole energy drink thing is just so insane. It's like, your child drank 6 of those a day. You're the one that supplied her with these energy drinks. And you're suing the energy drink company. It's like, maybe you should be the one to look at the label. Maybe you should be the one to look at the label. Bomb! Because I can. So... Some parents, man. Some parents are dumbasses. I think I am allowed to say this because I have seen my fair share of dumbass parents, even here in my community. Because, I ranted about it back, when Allie was in basketball. This season was so bad. It was awful for her basketball. Like, she got a coach that absolutely could not give any more of a shit. Like, It was so bad. Like, the vibes I got from, like, the practices were okay. I was hopeful. But then the games started happening, and it was really bad. And also, here's the thing. When you sign your kid up for sports, and even if the child doesn't really like it too much, make them finish out the season, because unless like something catastrophic happens, like make them finish out the season, and they don't have to do it again right after that. I think the only time where I think it's okay is that they're like stupid young. Of course, when I pick Boo, it's last. So yeah, make them finish out the whole season, because there was a girl on Allie's team that played one game and decided she didn't want to do it anymore. So her parents never brought her back. So she just got to quit. And our team suffered the consequence because we only had 7 after that. And we had so many games where we had 5 and only 5. There was one game where we had 4. There was one game we had 4. 4 girls. And they let us fucking play, which is insane. And then one of the girls had to sit out because I think she had like asthma and had trouble breathing for a little bit. Because she got worked so hard. Like, she had trouble breathing and had to sit out, so we were running 3 on the court for like a good solid like 5 minutes. Like, one whole quarter we had 3 against 5. It's like, dude, that is so insane. And not to mention, there was one text message from the first game. It's like, hey, show up 15 minutes early from game time. It's like, all right, cool. And then never again. No, none of the kids showed up on time at all. There were times where we had girls show up incredibly late. It was so ridiculous. It was super duper 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 super duper ridiculous. Like, I would be like the first one there with Allie. Sometimes the coach would be there at, 15 minutes before game time, but then like the rest of the team, nowhere to be found until like 5 minutes before, or even like right on the dot for start time. It's like, dude, what are these parents doing? The coach should have reiterated, hey, show up on time or don't play. So I was like, show up on time or don't play, but like, nope, none of these people fucking cared. None of these people cared, and it drove me insane. Yeah, bench the kids that aren't on time. Exactly. I would do that if I was a coach. Because I see time and time again so many of these kids show up fucking late. And I don't blame the kids. I blame the parents, because it's on them. Because, like, the parents... Because, like... yeah, I'm leaving. Because, like, the parents are the ones that take the kids places. Like, it's on the parents. So... it just pissed me off. This basketball season pissed me off so much. And Allie was like one of the best ones on her team by a long shot, and she hardly ever got the ball because there was no structure to these plays. And this is like 5th and 6th grade. So we're talking like 10 to 12-year-olds that should have structure and no specific plays. Nothing from these kids. Because there's one girl that always took it to the same exact spot, no matter what. Like, she would get the ball, she'd take it to the spot. Like, back corner. Like, the back corner of, like, the 3-point line. That's where she always took it. And, like, she always got herself stuck when all the defenders would crowd around her. And Allie would be open several times and no one would pass it to her. And it's just so heartbreaking to watch when it's not your kid's fault. And it's like, this team lost by double digits every fucking time. The very first game was like 50-0. And it's like, they really should have just gotten rid of that team and just dispersed the team to the other teams. Like, it was so stupid. It was so stupid. And I really do hope that Allie gets a good coach for softball, because last year her coach was okay. She worked a little bit with the kids, and but kind of later on, it's like she kind of gave up, and there wasn't really any discipline with these girls. So I really hope, and I really thought about coaching, but I kind of talked myself out of it because I'm too scared. I don't think I'm too scared. I'm just not prepared. I would rather like try to prepare myself. Maybe I can ask questions, and I want to like ask questions so I can work with my kids at home. So that's what I want to do. Cause like fundamentals are so missing in coaching these days. Allie's best coach was her last year at Coach Pitch, where he worked with everyone on fundamentals. And that's why they were so good, and that's why he was her best coach, honestly. So I hope she gets a good one. And I hope Riley gets a good coach, too, for T-ball. And, yeah, June is going to be very busy. And, yeah, tomorrow it's gonna be May, which is pretty crazy that we're already here at the end of April. We're already here at the end of April. Sports ball, yeah. I mean, we got the baseball bat with the Kerbo there. Yeah, I hope both kids get good coaches, because Allie's first T-ball coach was not very good. It was not very nice to her. But then Allie's second T-ball coach was good to her. And then Allie's first coach was bad. Like, on par with this year's basketball coach. It was bad. It was so bad. Are you ending? Should I be setting up? I mean, I am ending, but if you don't want to stream, that is 100% up to you. Just let me know so I can figure out who I'm rating. Because I am also tired, but I pulled through and streamed today. But yeah, Allie's first coach was so bad. There was zero discipline. I specifically remember one practice. It was on a Sunday evening during the season, and it went almost like 2 hours, almost like 2.5 hours, because all these kids wanted to hit, and the coach would let them, and it went on for 2 hours. It's like, dude, discipline. Say no to these damn children. You are the coach. They should listen to you. I mean, I reiterate to Allie anytime she's playing sports, it's like, you listen to your coach. You know, you listen to your coach. Because they're the boss. You listen to your coach. So, but yeah, I really hope. Because I remember the rec telling me that they'll decide teams like first part of May. And then first games are in June. So, I'll stream. Okay, we can learn more about the pointy buildings. Yeah, of the conversation that I read at 4 a.m. You might have been muted when I said this. But that whole conversation on Discord, I read that at 4 a.m. I was really tired. I was really tired. So, let's see, tomorrow's Friday. I still need to do stuff. If I don't get my stuff set up for what I want to do by tomorrow, then, we'll figure something out. We can figure it out. But then, Monday, there's no school on Monday, so start time will be an hour later. It will be at 1 p.m. instead of the normal 12 or 12:30. So it should start at 1 p.m. Central Time on Monday, and then the rest of the week should be normal from then on. But since we'll be in May, starting tomorrow, we are approaching summertime hours. Summertime hours are usually the 1 p.m. Central Time. So, do you think people care if I'm tired as fuck on stream? I have been tired as fuck today. And we got Becky with the GERD. We got Becky with the GERD. I don't think people will care. And you're playing Torna, and that's your favorite game. So, I think it will be funny. And you can just kind of cruise through Torna and talk about how hot Jin is. So, I think it'll be funny, but it's up to you. So yeah, Final Fantasy 16 will be Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. It'll be Mario Party. I might just finish out all Mario Party 2 because I started it. I've just been doing boards that I just want to do, even though I don't like Mystery Land. Yeah, we'll probably finish it out. Maybe just finish out Mario Party 2. Jin. I hate people who drill over Jin. It'd be great. So, yeah, and then, hopefully I should be done with my setup. If not tomorrow, by Wednesday. If not tomorrow, by Wednesday. So, I've got stuff in mind. I gotta dig out the game first. I have to dig out the game. I will give you a hint. This may or may not help anybody, but, the hint to, this game that I want to do that requires all the setup is a Wii game. That doesn't help anybody because there's over 1,000 games on the Wii. It helps literally nobody. So I have to, and it's a game that uses the classic controller, that can use the classic controller, and I prefer to use the classic controller, so I gotta find that. And I may need to get batteries for the Wiimote too. May need to do that. Twilight Princess. Yes, totally Twilight Princess for the Wii. I can waggle and shake my sword around. Wii bowling, I guess, totally. But yeah, that's your hint. It's a Wii game. It's gonna be really fun, I think. But I gotta do the setup first. If not, we'll figure it out. Ow, my teeth hurt. We'll figure out something to do. Now, patiently wait until Blue goes live. I also really need to pee, so... Anywho, but yeah, it's gonna be really fun. And I do have a game planned after Final Fantasy. I think I've decided to play this new game that I got, thanks to Blue. I'm gonna play it after Final Fantasy, and that'll take over the Monday slot. So, because we're almost done with Final Fantasy, we have one major boss and then the final boss, but there's, you know, lots of other story stuff happening. We may do a side quest stream just to take care of some stuff, because the game loves to dump side quests at the very end. It loves to dump side quests at the most inopportune times, so that's been one complaint I've had about Final Fantasy 16. We might do a side quest stream, we might not do a side quest stream, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But we're definitely in like the last third of the game for sure. So, and I'm sure Blue will be very excited for this next game. You may have seen a peep of it when during the game crashes. During the game crashes, you may have seen it a little bit. So, it'll be fine. Anyway, there you are. Blue is live. We're gonna raid with Becky with the GERD. Please. That'll be our raid message. And, yeah. Gonna raid Imra Blue. So yeah, we're gonna go raid Blue. She's doing Torna. Also EP, as am I. I'm very tired. I'm very sleep deprived. My sleep schedule's been fucked all week, honestly. But anywho, if you are subbed to me, you can use my emotes. If you are not, you can use whatever emotes you want. Mondays are, hopefully tomorrow I'll be less sleepy, hopefully. Mondays are Final Fantasy 16, Tuesdays and Thursdays are Mario Party, and Wednesdays and Fridays are gonna be, hopefully, this new game. So, thank you everyone for coming out and hanging out, and we will see you next time.